So just a few months back, I had the chance to actually speak to someone who's currently employed by Facebook. And that person said the way it works at Facebook is once you make it through the quite rigorous application process, make it into the company, then the teams and projects within Facebook are pitching their work to you. And then you can choose what project you want to work on. And this person chose to work on Reality Labs. Reality Labs is connected to the metaverse, right? Because it's VR and the metaverse VR project. So they're working together on the metaverse. And I asked this person, I said, like, look, you've seen the metaverse, you've worked on it. Do you think the metaverse has a future? And that person was like, no, I don't. So already like 4 or 5 months back, even the people working for Facebook did not believe in this project. And now just 1 day ago, we get this news. Mark Zuckerberg is in crisis as the metaverse project is in disarray and Meta is forced to stop hiring. And it's like, how come, right? Looking at the actual metaverse, how come a project that looks so promising and so good and has so much soul could fail, right? It looks like it's guaranteed to be a huge success. I can recommend these videos, by the way, by H3, where they're basically trying to speed run the metaverse. The idea is you get banned as quickly as possible. But it is, to me at least, this doesn't come as a surprise, okay? Because the metaverse is a representation of everything that is wrong with Facebook and everything that is wrong with Mark Zuckerberg as a whole. Because Facebook has unlimited funds and unlimited money, and they've got a huge user base that they pump ads to and that they can analyze in terms of their social behavior on Facebook and all that. But they struggle so hard to understand what humans want and what a human is and what humans don't want. Okay, they really don't understand the core of it, which is fascinating because in terms of human interaction, they have one of the biggest platforms on the internet, right? Where all the human interaction happens, and they are not capable of making sense of it. Like, I feel that when it comes to the metaverse, they were trying to piggyback a little bit on the back of like platforms like VR chat, right? But they removed all the fun from it. They were like, no. If you say any swear word, you're banned. If you show a middle finger, you're banned. If you move the arm the wrong way, you're banned. Okay, whatever you do on this, you're banned. You're getting out. We can't have any controversial stuff in it. With that, nothing remained. Because if you look at VR chat, right, the first guy looks like a sexy furry, right? The next guy looks like a freaking tomato. And then over there's another guy who's just like a naked dude with a giant schlong. And that works, okay? That is so dumb and ridiculous that people latch onto it, and it actually works. While if you look at this platform, there's none of that. This is a shitty platform that has not only visually removed all soul, like it has no soul. Look at these dead avatars, okay? There's nothing left of character or anything that would motivate people to be part of it. It is just a soulless representation of a huge, massive tech corporation that nobody likes anyway. Nobody wants to be part of anything that Facebook creates, and they just don't understand that. They are incapable of saying, guys, we have this image problem, so if we do a platform like the metaverse, yes, we can do the whole work collaboration part of it, but what we see here has to be just ridiculous, borderless, boundaryless fun, okay? It has to go way over the top, and we can't just ban people because they look at someone else the wrong way. It just doesn't work. And it seems like I'm not the only person who thinks like this about the metaverse. This piece of news is also 1 day old or 2 days old, and Apple CEO Tim Cook doesn't like the metaverse. And he predicts a different technology will shape the future. Well, that's not a very bold prediction. I would probably predict the same. I mean, in all fairness, there has been an ongoing conflict between Apple and Facebook and so on, okay? So this is not really surprising, but nonetheless, I think Tim Cook just is one of many people who has raised their voice in like criticizing the metaverse, because everyone who looks at it, I feel, besides Zuckerberg and the teams inside Facebook, everyone who looks at it is like, bro, what is this? This is garbage, okay? Nobody wants to be part of it. And if you have a product that you put out there and it is about as engaging as like a piece of roadkill on the side of the street, then it's not surprising that it fails. Now, Facebook has quite a long list of failed projects that they put out there. We just heard about Google Stadia, right? That was put on ice. It's going to be discontinued next year. What is cool, though, that they're going to refund all the games and they're going to refund all the hardware. So good on them. Well done, Google. But if you look at Facebook, there is Facebook Deals, which was Facebook's failed effort to compete with Groupon-style social deals. it was put on ice after only 4 months. Facebook Lite was supposed to be an alternative to the normal bandwidth-hungry Facebook for users with slower connections, and they discontinued it after only 8 months. And there's literally a really long list. Facebook Places, the Foursquare-esque Facebook Places, is another addition to the Facebook Wall of Shame. Facebook Places gave the users the ability to update the location for anything shared, including images, updates, and posts. This practice of oversharing was short-lived, though, when Facebook itself pulled the plug on it. And again, like, all these examples just show how they struggle with understanding what humans want. However, there's also another side that I feel I have to mention when we speak about this, because tech giants like Facebook, like Google, they have this as a quite common practice, that they stomp these projects out of the ground that may sound good on paper, and then they throw hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars at it and see if it sticks. Right, there are countless examples on the Google side as well. And if it doesn't work 2-3 years down the road, they just discontinue it. It is not that this is like an extraordinary exception. It's fairly common with these tech giants. However, the metaverse is more embarrassing than that, right? Because not only was it like Zuckerberg doubling down on this as a vision for the future, where he's like, this is going to be the big thing, guys. This is how people do meetings in the future and all that. I mean, just looking at it, it is so cringy. It is just like, and he's like, no, we've been using it internally for quite some time and it's really successful. Can you imagine you work for Facebook and they force you to participate in those meetings just because the metaverse is a thing, and you're just sitting there thinking like, oh my God, this is so bad. But you got to keep doing it and act like it's all positive because you're being paid like a ridiculous amount of money for working in this company. But isn't it fascinating that on one hand, it shows Zuckerberg doubling down on a completely ridiculous, unreasonable vision of the future. But on the other hand, it seems to encapsulate everything that Zuckerberg stands for, right? I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is the representation of like a tech billionaire who's trying to appear normal, who tries to be like, I'm just one of you guys. I'm a normal human being. Okay, I might have a bit more money, sure. But I'm just one of you. I'm a normal guy. I mean, I studied like you. I used to take the bus. And if you look at stuff like this, he is just one of us. Okay, there's nothing you can say about this man that would indicate that he's not a normal human being. Okay, let's take a look.
Hey everyone. We are live from my backyard where I am smoking a brisket and some ribs.
I am in my backyard. I am live now doing human things. I am doing a barbecue in the back. I'm breathing oxygen, okay? And all the other things that humans do. So, as you can see, guys, on this live stream on Facebook, there's nothing here that would indicate that I am not a normal human being, okay? I'm normal. I am the definition of normal, okay? So please don't question it. If you want to try my brisket, I can serve you some on a very expensive plate. I love this. I also love this tweet. MySpace Tom was smarter than Zuck. He just sold his stuff for $500 million as soon as possible, and now he travels the world taking pretty pictures, while Zuck has become a vassal of the Goblin King. And he kind of really has. Like, he puts so much effort. I think he would give half of his money just to be accepted as a normal human being. He's not interested in understanding us. He wants us to understand him, okay, and to accept him for what he is, which is a very, very normal, average tech billionaire, okay? I also like this one. It's the last one I'm going to share with you guys. But every 10 likes, I'll make the forehead longer. It has 846,000 likes. So the forehead has to be extended quite a bit. It gets longer and longer and longer. And it comes in from the side. Oh, it protrudes through the clouds, right? Casts a bit of a shadow there. Oh, hitting a plane. Accidents can happen. Okay. Not great, not terrible. The main message is here, you gotta love Meta. Okay, so that's what it is. That's why there's like giant branding behind him. Okay, we gotta make sure that everyone sees Meta. Meta is the new normal. Everyone loves Meta. Facebook, forget Facebook. I know some of you guys had like a bad image of Facebook. No, don't just forget. It's Meta now. And that's much better, okay? Forget everything else. So we're protruding out of the atmosphere right into space, okay? His forehead is getting bigger and bigger. We're going through a layer of satellites, and I don't even know what... we're going through the moon, Okay, we're destroying the moon on our way. We're going way out into the galaxy. And many people don't know this, right? But if you zoom out far enough and you take a look at the Milky Way, like our galaxy as a whole, you can actually see Zuck's forehead coming out. Look, we're going out of our existing universe, protruding a new parallel universe, hitting that Earth, the parallel Earth, coming out of the ground right in front of Zuck, and unbelievably closing the circle back to his forehead. Okay, it's 360 degrees, and that's how it concludes, right? And notice, in the parallel universe, it's not called Meta, it's called Mark, because secretly he just wants to call it Mark. Maybe then people will understand him finally. So guys, that's it. The metaverse is in trouble. Okay, this doesn't really come as big news, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe for more. I would hope to see you in another video. Take care of yourselves, and I'm out. Bye.